In this video, I'd like to play with JavaScript and audio, the audio object and an audio tag at the end. Okay, so I have here, I'm in a folder called JavaScript. That's what I am, that's what I have open. I have a folder open and it's to the JavaScript. Then I have in there this pet sound HTML and I started, and I also have a folder sounds and some audio files in there. Okay, so I'm going to make a button, an input of the button type. It's going to say cat. I'll give it an ID in case I want to code with it in any way, and I'm going to have an on click that's going to come back to a cat function, and then I will make a script tag and define that cat function. Let me format it, line it back up a little nicer. And in this cat function, I want to use the audio object. So I'm going to make an object of this audio class, cat audio. It's going to be a new audio. It should pop up. There it is. And then I say what file I want to use for the sound I'm going to use. It's in the sounds folder. I need to say where I am relative to the pet sounds HTML. So I'm in the sounds folder, and then I want the meow file, meow.m4a. So that establishes this audio file, and then I want to play it. Okay, so I'd like to save that. I'm going to open that, and then if I want it to play in the video, then I've got to make a zoom. Got to share the sound in Zoom, so I will do that. I'm sharing the sound. Meow. There is my cat sound. And then something else I want to show you is I can hit the button several times. Meow. Meow. I'm going to stop sharing the sound. Okay. Hopefully I'll remember to turn that back on the next time around. So I have the possibility, as you heard, of many cats, and I want to have some other options and other ways of dealing with that. So I'm going to have another button and another sort of show you some different ways of doing it. So next I will bring in a dog, button, dog, the dog function, and I'm going to copy that, copy the cat and paste it, and I'm going to move the declaration and instantiation of, this is going to be the dog audio and the dog function and the dog audio play, and this is the woof sound. Okay, so say that. And now I have put this line let when I'm establishing the dog audio, and I have it outside of the function. And that's going to change this when I click it many times. So I'm going to, here is my share. I am going to put share once again, a sound. Meow. There's one cat. Meow. There is many cats. Meow. Okay, here's the dog. Woof, woof. Here's many dogs. Woof, woof. There aren't many dogs. Woof, woof. Okay, so I can press dog many times in a row and I only get the one dog. So if it's enough of a separation, then I get the dog again. Woof, woof. Let me stop sharing the sound. Okay. All right. So I want to, what do I have next? A pigeon. So I'm going to make next a pigeon, and I'm going to do what I did with dog, but do it a different way. So I have gotten this one way to deal with, say, if I don't want a lot of cats, then one way of handling that was to sort of elevate the object, this dog audio object I created. And so then there was only one, whereas here when it was in the function, I could have make many of them, many instances of this cat, and have lots of cat audio going on at once. Whereas down here with the dog, since I have it sort of external or globally, if you will, then there was only one. I want to next make a Control V. I want to make, what do I want to make? A pigeon. Now I have to spell pigeon. I hope that's right. And button, pigeon, and a pigeon function. And I'm going to copy cat and then make it, turn it into pigeon. And I'll just call it pigeon, and what was it? Coo. Not mcoo, but coo, and pigeon audio. So this is just so far a copy of cat. I hope I switched everything I needed to switch over to. But what I'm going to do is disable the pigeon button so that it can't be, so document get element by ID. And what did I call it? Button pigeon. There it is, button pigeon. And there is in HTML a disabled property. And I'm going to set that to true. So I'm going to disable the button. And this will prevent it from being clicked many times. So we won't have that cat phenomenon. But when it is completely done, then I would like once again for the pigeon sound to become available. So I'd like to enable the button when the sound is done. So I'm within this function. I am going to take this pigeon audio that exists, and I am going to, it is a sophisticated enough thing that it will have its own events. So I'm going to add a listener of events. I'm going to wait for something to happen. And what I want is for the playing of that audio to end. So I'm listening for the ended event. And then I'm going to create a function that handles that event. I'll put a semicolon down here. So what do I want to do when the pigeon audio has ended? I want to then come around and enable the Pigeon button, but there's not a enabled property. There's a disabled property, but I set the disabled property to false. So let me save this. Okay. And let's see how we're doing. There is cat, dog, pigeon, and I want to share my sound. Meow. There's one cat, and then as we remember, meow, meow, many cats. Dog. Woof, woof. We don't get many dogs. We get one dog. Pigeon. You see it disabled. But when the audio is done, it re-enables. And I can get Pigeon again. Okay. So now I want to make one last thing. And in this one last thing, I want to do two things for you. I want to, one, show you how I made my stupid audios. And then two, also use, instead of just pure JavaScript code, I want to use the audio element of HTML. Okay, so I came here, I'm on a Windows machine, I typed audio or voice, and there's a voice recorder. So I brought that up, I brought the voice recorder up. This popped up. What am I going to make? I'll make a pig sound. That'll be embarrassing. Okay, so I'll hit, I don't want to play, I want to record. Okay, so there's my pig sound. Now I have no idea where that went. Well, I do, but I'll pretend I don't know where that went. And under this ... this ellipsis button, I can look and see where is open the file location. So it'll tell me where it made that. And here's the file it just made. So I'm going to rename that to, I don't know, snort. I'm going to make a copy of snort and put it in my sounds file. So there is how I made my sound. Now I'm going to go up to my HTML section here before the script, and I'm going to have an audio. An audio tag, and I'm going to say then I want this audio tag to have some controls, so little play buttons and so on, that can come with the audio tag. And then I want to say that the source of my audio is what? Sounds snort dot M4A. Okay. Am I still sharing sound? I am still sharing sound. We'll see what this video sounds like when I play it back. Hopefully not too terrible. So now I'm going to have, there's going to be a visible element on the page, different looking from a button, that should be clear to a user that they can play a sound. So there it is. So there, after some delay, is my pig sound. And the button built into the controls is a toggle. So if I hit it many times, I am starting and stopping or starting and pausing. So I don't have this problem of the multiple cats because it's built into the element the way the controls work. Okay, that's what I wanted to show you. Thanks very much for your attention.